Hey, this is Trump.
And I'm Wings.
We're currently hiking over 4,000 miles from the peaks of Maine to Key West, Florida.
Get ready for amazing wildlife, epic views, and tons of laughter and shenanigans.
Hit that subscribe button and happy trails.
Good morning, everybody. Got a fun one today.
We're going to be entering Shenandoah National Park. We've been hearing about Shenandoah and the Smokies for a long time, and now we're finally entering it. We hear it's going to be easy terrain, hoping it is.
100 miles through the national park. Got to go in here and drive Skyline Drive on our way down to Florida a couple years ago. And we get to hike it.
There is a permit needed for Shenandoah, which we got. It's like $15, and we're about to enter in like 0.8 miles.
Yeah.
We'll see how the check-in goes.
All right, let's get in there.
The trail has become a lot nicer to us. Nice and wide, rock-free. Supposedly, this is how the trail looks like throughout the Shenandoahs. If it is, it's going to be our easiest 100 miles yet.
So last night we had to go up a mountain. On the way up, I was feeling horrible, completely out of breath. I started attributing it to the altitude. We're going up higher for these Shenandoahs than we had in months because we did the Florida Trail. Then we got all the way up to our tent site. I was so woozy, I was wobbling, my legs were shaking, tingling sensations in my fingers. Pulled out my Gatorade that I just bought in town for our resupply. Started taking some sips of it and I was like, man, I could drink like 4 of these right now. And it hit me, I was so dehydrated. Probably the worst dehydration I have felt on trail. I didn't have a sip of water the entire day. Instead I had a Yoo-Hoo at that Trail Magic, had a beer. Later at 5 p.m. I had like 2 coffees. So yeah, that'll do it to you. Stay hydrated on the trail. I've never passed out in my life, but I was close. I'm gonna hit some water in about 1 mile here and chug a whole bunch. This is the first time we are crossing Skyline Drive, road that we have driven. Lots of viewpoints along the way that you can pull off and see. Hopefully we'll be able to get some cool viewpoints through the woods as well. We are taking a little side mission. As you can see, just a little waterfall going all the way down our trail. Very steep trail down. These rocks are so slick. We took this side mission because there's some really cool stuff to go see. I'll show you guys in a second. All right, it's getting promising here. Getting down to the base of these rocks. Very steep rock steps. Got a nice little squirrel friend right in front of me here. 8 feet in front of me. These lighter gray squirrels out here in Virginia are really not bothered by humans. Hello. And here is what we took this blue blaze for. This rock face. They're crazy. These are rocks. They look like tree trunks. Let's get straight under and see what it looks like.
Prismatic features. Millions of years ago, plates on the Earth's surface in this area began pulling apart, and lava oozed up out of the earth and through the cracks between the plates. As the lava cooled, it shrank into intriguing 6-sided shapes down through its depths, forming columns.
As you can see, nice sign that we came across earlier. These are above us, looking up under this thing. And lava crept down tubular-like and hardened, formed these hexagons. Very unique, very glad we came down. Don't get to see that stuff every day. All right, we got back up to the trail. It is getting foggier and foggier today. It's funny, we got to here, this junction. They usually have wooden signs saying this way to that, this way to that. No, it's just this post here. Wait a minute, they do have stuff written on it. Look how small. A tiny little thing for Compton Peak. That's pretty funny. We have to watch out for them on our way now. We just crossed Skyline Drive again. We're at a very significant mile marker. Look at that.
1, 2, 3, 4.5.
Very cool.
That is so funny.
We're not gonna see something like that again. We have been ascending for a while to get up to our first 3,000 plus footer since Massachusetts. This is North Mount Marshall that we just got up to. Apparently, there's some cliffs Oh yeah, tiny little overgrown entrance to it. We are going to head on out here. Climb a little bit. Oh yeah, let's get up on these. Here it comes. This is incredible. Look at the clouds over here rolling. It was completely fogged out earlier, giving us just enough of a view here. In between, as you look at both sides, look. We got fog rolling in. A perfect clearing. This is giving me some Vermont, New Hampshire vibes. Lots of big boulders way down. You can see all these other little cliffs, edges poking out of the trees. It's time to take a little stroll. It's pretty cool. Hannah's coming up, taking her first glance out. As we go a little more that way, we're gonna get engulfed again. Really taking it in and appreciating it while we have this view. So we just finished up our lunch out on that last spot. Coming up on something that might have actually been the cliff spot. Check this out.
This makes more sense. We're in such a tiny little area eating lunch.
See how much of a cliff vibe it's given. Okay, that's officially sheer vertical cliffs. Although you can see where we were eating over there. One last look at this view before it gets smothered out. Look at this. Another viewpoint along our way here. Boulders blocking the view. And, yep, got it washed out. Still see just a little bit down. Oh, it's actually coming into view right now. Reminds me of the whites. We were up on some of the whites and it would be in and out of the view as you just stand there. Wow.
We are approaching another view called Little Hogback Mountain. A little side mission here. Whoa, this is really cool. A big mountain looming overhead. Wow, look at that. It really opens up.
I think we're gonna get a better view to this cloud-covered mountain. Look at those clouds just rolling in. That's awesome. Looks like a time lapse. Beautiful. First time we're kind of seeing blue in the skies today.
As I was taking a little break, I looked down and what do I see? But a wood tick. I think he's crawling towards me. At least not on me, but still. Right next to this beautiful view. Shame. Bad tick.
Up on the highest point I can get here at this view. Look at the blue skies now. Beautiful. We have seen thousands of millipedes. I mean, look at this. Everywhere you look, millipede. 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 Millipedes. It's hard to walk on these rocks without accidentally squishing them. Not only are these millipedes on the ground and on the rocks, millipedes, millipedes. Everywhere you look. This guy right here. Everywhere. Insane. So we just passed our little turn there for the AT because we just saw a little pull off for the road. This is probably one of the ones that we pulled over for when we came driving on through here. Cool to be like, hey, we were probably here before. Alright, here we go. Heading up that big mountain that we just showed you in the last clip that was covered in the fog. And it's gonna be a steep one. Let's get up there and see if there's any more views. Just came out to another little spot. We had to creep through the woods to find this one. Look at this. You stand on the edge of this rock and you look down. The steepest telephone line.
It's the steepest one we've seen here on the AT.
It's more than 45 degrees down. It's just so hard to give you guys perspective on the phone. We still gotta work our way up this mountain just a little bit more. Just came out of the woods and we've got the Hogback Overlook, where you see the cars. Let's see what kind of glimpse we have.
And this is the view. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see it all the way down. We're just thinking about it again, that we were before a few years ago just looking out as tourists. And now here we are as backpackers.
How cool is it now to look out the mountains and think, oh, we've hiked these, instead of just looking out at random mountains. That's insane.
I know, it's really full circle here. So I'm sure you have noticed there's a lot of haze, and well, we have too. We have learned that's not only natural occurrence as to why we have this fog here, it's also due to a lot of air pollution from coal-fired power plants, agricultural industry, and vehicle exhaust. They're trying to reduce the dependence on fossil fuel to see things more clearly. Some of their efforts have paid off with the reduction in power plant emissions. Shenandoah has seen fewer extremely hazy days. So something that we haven't really dealt with, but now we're starting to deal with, especially in this section. Little caterpillars, they're hanging by a thread, literally everywhere, and we're just bumping into them as if they were spiders. So they're not spiders, they're caterpillars.
They're everywhere.
Look at his pack! They're just like floating,
right here,
suspended
yeah.
in the middle of the air.
There you go.
Here's an example of one if you guys could see that.
Right there.
Floating on his own little silk.
It feels like webs too, spider webs, but they're just all over your face, in my hair.
And it's like for me, sometimes I feel them crawling on my leg and I'm just like, is that a tick? What is that?
Tiny, tiny one. They're racing.
I don't know where they're going.
I don't know which one's gonna win. I think he's catching up to him.
We'll count how many we find on Mike and we'll let you know. Because
Right,
he's in the front, so he has more than I do.
Multiple of them on all these strands here. I'm just looking up above me right now. Just everywhere, like little UFOs. You can kind of see the webs over here. You can see all these strands. Okay, we just stopped because we're gonna camp right here. Nice camp spot.
It's really cool in Shenandoah. They allow dispersed camping, and this is within the parameters. And people have clearly used in the past.
Yep.
So we're gonna start right here.
Yeah, but let's start counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 18. I don't know what that is. Is that poop?
Poop on me.
They pooped on him.
I haven't even gotten to Anna yet, but
What are they all about? What kind of butterflies are they going to turn into? They're actually moths. If you guys have any cool facts about them, let us know.
before they eat me alive.
They love us, and we're kind of like them too. Maybe. We haven't looked them up yet.
While Anna is setting up the tent, I am going to run about 0.2 or 0.3 to a stream. But guess what? If you've been watching all these episodes, the one thing I have not checked off the bucket list, I think you know what's coming. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. That's right, we finally got one. It's a rattler. You know how long I've been looking for you, buddy? Can't see his tail right now. Pretty sure it's a rattlesnake. We're gonna see.
He's dead, doesn't he?
See if he does any movement here. Got a big stick. Poopy leaves here. See if A, he's alive. Hello?
Honestly, looks dead to me.
Oh, he's alive!
He is up and ready.
I think his tail is injured, yeah.
Yeah, his tail.
I'm pretty sure this is a rattlesnake. The one rattlesnake I find in your tail is not together, buddy. I just wanted to hear you rattle.
That's all we ever wanted to do.
I just wanted to hear you rattle.
Well, please heal up soon.
Do they grow them back? Do you guys know? That's probably where his den is in there.
He's definitely eating something. Maybe he had a fierce fight and he won, but lost his rattle.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to keep an eye out for any more then. I mean, if he's here, there's all these rocks. Could be a bigger one. Yeah, he's all tucked up under there now. See his belly right there. Looks like he did have a meal. Kinda says he was trying to kind of give it a little rattle, but... Oh, there it goes, look! Yeah, I definitely think it's a rattlesnake, and he's just lost his rattle in a battle.
See you later, snaky friend.
Alright, got our tent set up and I've got the water flowing. That was a mission. I clicked on the wrong icon and thought it was 0.2 away. It was actually 0.8. All the way down the mountain to a stream and 0.8 back. So my legs are burning. But this is pretty funny. We are right there at the red symbol, and this is where we just found the rattlesnake. Guess what the next road is called? Rattlesnake Point Overlook. No way. Let's go into some comments to make it even funnier. Prepare to get dozens of caterpillars on you the next mile or two. Absolutely everywhere, including the middle of the trail hanging on some sort of silk or web. Hilarious, because it really was just that mile or two that we just came through. I just went down for the water, and I didn't get any on me. I experienced the burst of these caterpillars, and that comment was from a year ago.
Not sure why they love that spot, but we were coming down during dusk, sort of.
Well, this is about the point where we say...
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Such crazy sounds. What kind of bird is that? Sounds like a car alarm.